Well, hello. Can you hear me? I have my headset in just like yesterday, so I'm hoping this is going well. Welcome to the second edition or the second episode of Pantry Party. Hey, waving. So you can hear me? Everybody can hear me? Oh, yeah. Fun. All right. So officially, Pantry Party. I'm rolling with this. Here's why. Yesterday we did our first episode, okay, of Pantry Party, and it was with Gina Anderson Cohen. She basically tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, think about doing some kind of pantry show. So we tested it out yesterday. I made a meal with her help, input. We created this meal idea, and she made it last night. She took pictures. It's all up on my IG stories, and I feel like it was a smashing success. So we're rolling with episode number 2. And here's who we're going to have today. I see her right away. It's Gina Murata. So yesterday was Gina Anderson Cohen. Today is Gina Murata. Hang on, Gina. Let me get you in here. Wait, did you? Oh, boy. She joined, but then I'm here, she says. Okay. Well, let's see, Gina. Can you come in again and request to come in? Because I missed it. Just, Gina, go out and come back in because I feel like I need to do it differently. Anyway, the whole idea of Pantry Party, oh, thanks, Gina. The whole idea of Pantry Party is whatever's in your house, we are going to brainstorm what I've been calling Meal Storm and come up with a fabulous idea of what you can make tonight. Here's the thing. It could be dessert stuff. It could be like lunch stuff. It could be dinner stuff. I have no idea. And also the other thing is I'm not going to have all the answers. I am also going to sort of ask and have the guest help in when we're creating these meal ideas. Because you know what I found from yesterday is that even though I'm pretty smart and creative with food, so is everybody else. They can bring in their own goodness as well. So anyways, I've always enjoyed looking in people's pantries and fridges and freezers. I don't know if that's just a personal thing for me, but I love going over to people's houses, and I just did the very creepy motion. But I try to go over to people's houses and get to go in and peek around and see what they have. I feel like you can learn a lot from people, right? About like what they have in their pantry. Not judging. I'm not saying judging. And that's actually one of the rules of Pantry Party. Is there is a zero judgment policy that we do not care what your pantry looks like, disheveled. I mean, actually, Chris, my husband, said that we should probably put my pantry on for one of these pantry parties. And again, it would be a zero judgment zone. And why that is because, it's not organized with labels. Oh, please don't judge me. Exactly. Gina, she's here. Did you request to get in? She didn't request to get in. I might have to call my husband in because, you know what, he knows what he's doing with this stuff more than I do. So if Gina, I didn't see you request to come in. Wouldn't it be fun to have the guests join us? Oh my gosh. But anyways, a zero judgment policy. Don't judge me by my beer fridge. I have seen a picture of your beer fridge, and there's nothing to be judged. It's fabulous. The scoop that I will tell you about Pantry Party is that I already have a guest for tomorrow lined up. We're going to talk to Isabel Smith of Isabel Smith Nutrition. Oh, hey, Bonnie, how are you guys? I love seeing you guys all come in. We're just waiting on our guest, Gina, to pop in because we're going to see her, and again, have no judgment on her fridge, freezer, and pantry. But nonetheless, tomorrow's guest is going to be a dietitian, so it's going to be dietitian on dietitian. Boom. That sounds exciting. Okay, so Gina's here, but you have to request to come in, right? Could you guys care if my husband's going to come? You could stay in. Chris, you could say hello if you want real quick. He doesn't want to. Oh, I did. Gina said she did. Okay, stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. Chris is so smart. Waiting for Gina. Okay, fine.
So you know why Chris knows all this stuff is because, oh, hey, Gina, how are you?
I'm here.
Cool. Hey, I just want to tell a quick story before we introduce you about like why Chris knows as much as he knows is because he hosts a show. His handle is at Urban Bourbonist. So this is my husband at Urban Bourbonist, and he does a bourbon. It's called the Urban Bourbon Hour, and his handle is at Urban Bourbonist. And if you're wondering if our house is a lot of bourbon, it is. It is. So, you know, even though we're all in social lockdown right now, just know that this house is always having a bourbon fun. So anyway, Gina, thanks for your patience in getting into the pantry party. And did you notice how I said thank you for your patience? And I did not say sorry for the delay, because I am not about saying sorry. I'm about trying to keep it on the positive. Anyway, Gina Murata, tell us about yourself before we start sneaking in your pantry, fridge, and freezer.
Oh, hey, I am honored to say I'm actually a friend of Dawn. We've known each other for over 10 years, and I just am so excited to be here. She has changed my life with food. One of the biggest pieces of advice she gave me early on in our relationship is food is not supposed to put you to sleep, Gina. And it's supposed to energize you. I was like, what? Like, I'm Italian, and we would eat these big meals, and I would want to go to sleep after. So after that, I just trusted Dawn forever as food began to energize me. I do hope that I contribute to our relationship. I'm known as the genius guru, and I'm always trying to help Dawn bring out her genius and share her best ideas with the world. So like, just really excited to be here and a part of this new genius creative testing that you're doing.
Well, I would like to say, yes, I'm going to go a step further. So Gina Murata said that we're good friends. I'm going to say we're besties. I'm going to be on record. I'm going to be on record that we're besties. And I feel like she's the only one I've ever done a TikTok with. If you guys haven't seen our TikTok videos, you're missing out on some really important stuff. But one of the things that I think is important, I don't know if you really caught what she said, is that she is the genius guru. And so what I think is cool about that is she really believes, like, you know, you've taught me this, and I see that we all have these things that come easily to us and that feel sort of like in flow and fun. That's what I'm always craving with my work, right? Being in flow and fun. And those are little flickers of clues that that's a genius thing for you. So, you know, I think what you do for the world, Gina, is really just so needed, right? So that we're not forcing our work and we're actually finding work that fits us and our life purpose.
Yes, yes. We have this thinking that work is hard. And Dawn, you are just an example in the world of having a blast with what you do, because you're always tapping into like, what would be fun for me? What would be joyful for me? And really what I pray for the world is that everybody gets to work the way you do. And I do. I get to do that too.
Yes, thank you. Well, so anyway, love that. Your handle is up and tagged on all my stuff. So at Gina Murata. So now that we know her a little bit, can we see inside of your pantry and your fridge?
Pantry?
Okay, I'd like to. Yes, I like that you're. I mean, this is a noon show. If you could keep it clean for us, that would be fabulous. We do not need to be like, we're gonna peek in your pantry with all the innuendo that was in there. So anyway,
yes.
You heard me say before that I really do stand by this. The only way Pantry Party is going to work and be fun is if we have a no judgment zone. So all you out there, me, you, all of us, expose your pantry, fridge, and freezer with no judgment zone. But before we do that, actually, what we learned yesterday was you're on Pantry Party because either you have not so much in your house and you want to try and strategize how to make something, or you have a lot of stuff in your house and you're sort of losing your creative juices. Or maybe something else, or maybe there's an option C. I don't know. But well, other than, oh, shoot, sorry, wait just a second. The other reason why you're a guest on the show today is that you named the damn thing. Oh, darn. It's a noon show. No swearing. You named it, Pantry Party. So anyways, so as a namesake keepsake generator or whatever you call it. You're also the guest on the show today.
Well, I added to it. Yes, you were going to call it Pantry Raid, and I was listening to your discussion, and I was like, Pantry Party. That's way more your genius zone. So
yeah. So anyway, congratulations, Gina, on having the award-winning name for this show. Thank you.
I'll accept the Emmy with you when you get the Emmy. Yes.
Exactly.
Please list me in your gratitude at that moment.
You have legitimately changed lives with the pantries that you've had. Well, all we're doing is I want at least one meal idea out of this. Okay.
Yeah.
But so what makes you want to be on Pantry Party, and how can I help?
Yeah. So I am someone that last time I went shopping was sort of when there wasn't much left at the store. So I had to just sort of think, like, what can I, like, literally, you taught me, shop the outer perimeter of the store, right? Not on the inside.
Well, I kind of love the inside. I don't know. I probably said that once, and then I should say, shut up, Dawn.
But
anyway.
I mean, getting the fresh food, right? That was the idea.
Yes. Fresh
food.
Is good. Yeah.
And it was almost wiped out. So you'll see in my refrigerator, there's definitely some fresh food, but there were not many options. And I did pick up a few things in the middle, or things that were already in my pantry that I will show you when we're ready, that are sort of staples of what I have learned from you, mostly, to keep in my inside my storage of food.
Okay, well, so I like that. So Pantry Party is going to help you how in your hope? In your hope, how do you hope that this 30-minute show can change your life?
You know, a little creativity for what, like, I am someone who gets in maybe monotony. The creativity that I've had in the last week, I would say, and I did a fun post about this, was that I've been adding more garlic and more beans into my diet, which people might refrain from because of, you know, the odor issue that may go along with eating such foods. And here's what the insight I had. I was like, holy moly, I'm putting so much more flavor in my food. And so if I could flavor things up, if I could have a little more variety, that would be cool. The other thing is, you had posted recently about gut health, which I'm always being really conscious of due to some health issues I've had. You posted, like, put 30 different types of plants and seeds and all of that in your body. And I was like, it inspired me to mix things, where I was like, oh, I'm going to have this one vegetable, and then this one protein, and this one starch. And now I'm like, oh, let's put a lot together. So that would be fun too, to have more of an opportunity to have gut health based on combinations or any advice that you would have. So I really do want to eat for health.
I love that. Beautifully said. And, you know, I think even the most creative of us get into food funks. And now we, you know, with a lot of uncertain energy and potential anxiety, you know, it can be a detriment to creativity. So I do think and appreciate Pantry Party being able to induce some creativity and those juices into food, as well as we talked about yesterday on the show, that balance. It's not just about, like, I have to pick between eating for health or eating fun, is that I stand behind wholeheartedly the two coming together, you know? So making sure that we do that for you. Okay. So now that we get a little feel of who you are, what you're looking for Pantry Party to do for you, let's get into your pantry, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Gonna open
and yes, and you just highlight whatever you want. I don't need to see every last thing, but you can highlight anything. Oh.
Okay. So, we have. So I do like to have some fun, as you've taught me. If I try to restrict, I start binging, and I, you know, do bad things. So some of the fun stuff would be on the top shelf here. Like, I have some peanut butter, no sugar. No sugar, I've learned, is really important for me. I do have some Lily's chips, the no sugar, dark chocolate, coconut oil. We have oatmeal, which I like to do a little bit sometimes in the morning. Then if we get to the second shelf, do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, you know, that you are the second guest. So I'm trying to think, like, okay, do I really want to see all this and here go blah, 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 blah. And then I'm thinking, well, what would I do? Because here's the other thing we learned from yesterday. Is there anything in your house that's going bad, or you're just itching to eat? That can be a jumping off point. Anything that is almost going bad, like any produce you may have, or is there anything that is like, you've had it, you'd like to eat it, and you're just dumbfounded about what to do with it.
I do want to eat more tuna.
Oh.
And I'm feeling a craving. You know, I'm really like listening to my body what it craves. So tuna, and garbanzo beans. I'm doing real good with black beans right now, but I'm not sure what to do with the garbanzo beans
Oh my
that I've
gosh.
had in here forever.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is your lucky day because I am freaking out right now. I feel like I don't want to have all the answers, right? I want to have this be an interactive process between the two of us, but I have to feel like I wish I had a gavel. I don't care. I don't care what you want because I think you're going to need to make the garbanzo bean cookie dough.
Oh.
Have you ever made that?
No, I've wanted to.
It's okay. Here's the thing.
What are the ingredients? Do I have all of them?
Okay, so garbanzo beans, nut butter, and chocolate chips.
Oh, that's it?
What? You just showed them all to me. The problem with this is like, you know, is this really meal planning or is this just me? Because yesterday too, I was like, just make cookies.
Well,
and
no.
Today I'm like, just make garbanzo bites.
But let me be honest, because
Yes.
right now with the stress, you know, we do, I think, want to eat something fun. We want to have a little fun. I have lots of veggies that will impress you in the refrigerator.
We'll get there. So you get dietitian credit A+.
Right. But don't we need something like the cookie dough? I mean, I have been wanting to make it, and you're right. This is the time to do it. Like that felt like
to do it.
It felt like an investment to do something like that, and now I would have the time to take 30 minutes or whatever it takes to prep something like that. I'm really about the 10-minute meal. Like if it takes more than 10 minutes.
All right, let's talk through this. Now, there is a recipe on my Instagram page, right? So it's chickpea cookie dough, but all it would take, now do you have a food processor or a blender?
I have my grandmother's 1950 blender.
Wow,
I
that's
know.
exciting. I love that. So, all right, so it's chickpeas in the blender without that, you know, I just rinse and drain them and put it in the blender.
Yep.
Blend it up with nut butter, and the ingredients and the amounts are on the Instagram page, and blend that up together.
Okay.
And then if it's like, oh, it's not going in my 1950 blender, I'll just add a couple of like drops of water in there to like until it's going. And then all of a sudden, it looks like dough. I stir in some chips and la-ti-da.
Wow.
What?
Okay.
So does that seems very like way easier than 30 minutes, doesn't it?
It does sound great. And I need to know the right proportion of, because I will probably like them and want to eat all of them. So that's where I might need more advice.
Okay, so then after you get this batter together, and again, like the ingredient ratios are on Instagram. And I can afterwards too, I can like DM you. But the big thing is and I use a little scoop, a tablespoon scoop. If you don't have a scoop, you just use a tablespoon. Put them all on a sheet pan. I have a little baby sheet pan or a plate if you don't have a baby sheet pan. That's parchment if you have it. If not, okay, fine. And then put them in the freezer.
Oh.
Okay. You're not baking these. This is the heads up. This is cookie dough that you're going to like eat raw type. Okay. So now you have them in the freezer. Once they're frozen, you can put them all together in a little container and keep them in the freezer in this little container. And because you don't go in your freezer all the time, you kind of forget about it. Plus they're frozen, so they're hard to like eat super fast. So they almost portion themselves. So
you eat them frozen?
You eat them frozen. Most people will say they taste better if you let them thaw for like 60 seconds on the counter or whatever. But yeah, you just can kind of go like not it when it's frozen. But yeah, a little bit of thaw is what people usually say. So I feel as if this could be potentially the first push in the direction of what we do in your pantry with garbanzo beans, one of the things you wanted to use. But tuna, do you make just tuna salad?
Well, I mix it with mayonnaise. And literally when I was in the store yesterday, I was like, what would Dawn tell me to use with the tuna instead of mayonnaise? And I didn't know the answer.
Okay, I have two things that I can answer. If I was, when I make tuna salad, because I find canned fish is one of the easiest ways for me to get my 2 servings of fish every week. I will either do it with avocado oil-based mayonnaise. So I actually buy mayonnaise, but I make sure that the oil that's used in the mayonnaise is avocado oil. So I love that. And I feel like I would do that 9 out of 10 times because this girl loves creamy sauces. I love it. Like, you know what? I will go on record to say this. If you know somebody who does not like ranch salad dressing, don't trust them, because I feel like ranch salad dressing is delicious. So anyway, like in that creamy zone, I'm going to lean into the mayo, right? I'm going to lean in. But maybe 1 out of 10 times, maybe I'm being exaggerative. Is that a word? Maybe 1 out of, no, let's say 4 out of 5. Is that the same? 4 out of 5 times? Anyway, Gina, I don't know math. Don't push me on this.
Don't ask me for math either. Not my genius zone.
No, let's not talk about it. So let's just say more than not, I'm going to use the avocado oil mayonnaise. If I'm feeling like very Mediterranean, I'm feeling like, I would like to like tune into my Mediterranean roots, which I don't even know if I have any, but I would use olive oil. So I would make it like goopy, more like a Mediterranean style tuna salad. I really just like that, like, you know, I maybe this is boring and not as creative as we could be, because we could make like salmon patties and tuna patties, but just like I love for lunch, just having a dollop of the good tuna salad with some crackers, and the crackers I like are like super seed crackers, and like some veggies. I love that meal.
I'm feeling inspired with the oil, using the oil, and then maybe mixing.
Oh,
what do you think of that?
I feel like that is very interesting. I would like to be a person who loves fish and noodles. I would love to be that person, because I see all of these recipes online, and I'm always like, there's some kind of barrier block for me to eat fish and noodles, but it's a thing and people do it. What do you feel about that? Did you just create your own pantry party for yourself?
I might have. I really do. There is, well, because when you said Mediterranean, right? I have Italian roots, and I was like, ooh, oil in the fish, and then what would I combine it with? Well, of course, the first thing I think of is pasta. I can't help it.
I like that. I like that. And all we would need to do to balance out that meal, right? Because the balance of good vibe pasta and being like, you know, feeling like the satisfaction factor, that's there. And then the only other thing is like to allude to all the veggies you have in your fridge. Can we take a peek? What would you put in for veggies? Yes, of course.
Ooh,
I'm always ready to peek.
I think I know, but I wanted to see what you think. So I have to move my camera over here to the fridge. Let's see.
Thank you for letting me peek in your pantry. Now get me in that fridge.
All right. Are we able to see? That's the question.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So veggies are here on this shelf.
Okay.
So we have broccoli. I really like to buy it already cut up. I can't do it.
Okay.
And that feels a little safer right now, like nobody was touching it in the store.
Well, and that's actually one of the recommendations when people are saying about, you know, should I be eating fresh food? Can the virus be living on fresh food?
Yeah.
The general recommendation is, you know, don't buy stuff that's already pre-cut, like in those containers, like, you know, pre-cut melons and stuff like that. Buy stuff that's in a package like you have right there.
Okay.
Or if you're buying it fresh, like say a big, like I've been singing the praises of cabbage. So if you're buying like a big cabbage head, you maybe take off the outer layers and really wash it, and then washing your hands before and after meal prep always.
Right.
But yeah, so good for you. Yeah.
Cool. And then this is fun. This reminds me of the idea of like get lots of different things in your diet.
That.
So it's a power blend, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kohlrabi, broccoli, carrots, and kale all in. And I have like 3 bags of this. So
that's great. You know, I love that fresh in a salad. I also like that tossed in, that's my stir fry.
Yes, definitely.
I like that.
Love. That's it for veggies as of, I mean, I have some fruit up here. So we have blueberries, lemons. I made some chia pudding last night. I tried to, at least. Haven't made it in a while.
That's pretty fun. What about frozen? You have any veggies frozen?
I have one frozen bag. They were cleared out of the store.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what Pantry Party is all about. What are those?
Mix. This is a mix.
Oh,
so California style blend, carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower.
Yep. Well, I do sort of like your leaning into your broccoli and your garbanzo pasta and your tuna and your olive oil. That gives you 4, well, tuna's not a plant, so that gives you 3 plants. Anything else that we could, garlic, obviously.
Yes.
That would be another plant you can add to that, which you know you're in the mood.
I'm putting like excessive garlic in my food right now.
That's hey, smart move, all right?
Yes.
Smart move. This is the time to do it. I've been
While
doing,
social distancing.
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. I've been doing it part cooked and then also putting in a little raw at the end, a little chopped up raw at the end. So to get the, extra benefit of potentially getting some raw garlic coming down and killing anything that is maybe in my
I
throat.
never would have thought of that. That is
A little
great.
both.
Wow.
So let me ask you this: if Pantry Party was going to put you on the spot right now and say, "Hey, G Money is also
Yes, I like
a nickname for
G
her,
Money.
G Money." So G Money, if we talked about the chickpea cookie dough and we talked about doing your Italian Mediterranean roots tuna pasta dish,
Yes.
do you feel like either one of those excites you so much that you would make it today?
Yes. I have to add, though, I'm going to throw some of that raw garlic on the pasta and
I love that.
the pasta dish. Yes, that's going to like take me over the edge.
So do you really think that you would make one of these two things today?
I actually probably could do both.
Well, I mean, I don't need to put you on the spot, but if you did do one, Pantry Party viewers are loving to see the after picture.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So like if either one of those you felt comfortable with, you felt like they weren't difficult. So here's the factor. Like if we had, graphics that were really, this was an impressive high tech show, I would have graphics right here going, do you find this to be easy? Check. Do you find this to be satisfying? Check. And do you find this to be contributing to your overall vivacious, energized cells? Check.
Yes.
Like we would do all those things. Do you feel like this is easy, that you feel it's craveable enough, and that you feel like it feels energizing and healthy?
Yes. So the main dish, we'll call it, I can feel like I have become really aware what my body wants. I can tell if I crave it. And I think of that pasta dish with the tuna and the fresh garlic. Oh my God, I can't wait to have some of that. And I feel in my body, it's like a yes. It's a full body yes.
I love that.
The dessert piece feels like a fun, you know what, that's really good to have for when you've got the crazy craving that'll come at 8 p.m. So I like that as a safety net, but in terms of the what my body really needs, I feel like that dinner dish is right on.
Well, that's exciting. What were you going to do with the broccoli and the pasta and the tuna if we hadn't talked today?
Well, I'm not sure. Broccoli was all the broccoli, this was it. This was all that was left in the vegetable aisle.
Yep.
And I actually passed up broccoli at first. I was like, I'd rather have the mixed thing. And then I was like, you know what? There's going to be something I could do with the broccoli. And guess what? We had that solution today. I'm so
I
excited.
love that. I think that's great. And you know what? I think that is the value of this, right? Is we are trying to go to the store less. And so how can you start making meals, right, that still feel satisfying, that still feel energizing and balanced, but you're doing it with stuff that you already have in your house, or like you said, slim pickings. It's not, as I've been reading all the news, it's not like a panic that there isn't enough food, right? It's just that store shelves aren't being stocked at the quick enough speed. Yeah. So it will be there, but it may not be there at the time that you're shopping, right? So you get these random things that you're like, I don't know. The other day they didn't have butternut squash for us, and we love that chickpea pasta with spinach, butternut squash, tomato sauce, and that's it. And that's what we put it together. Oh, and a little Parmesan cheese. And so they had all the ingredients at the store except for butternut squash. So it was like some different kind of squash. So we're like, put that in there. So a little blessing in disguise for maybe both of us is that, we're eating things maybe we wouldn't have normally tried or gotten, because it's what they had at the store. So anyway,
right.
I really have been, oh, go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say, as you know, I believe that things happen for us, right? Not to us. And so I do see the broccoli, passing the broccoli, well, hey, maybe there really is something in that I need that I wasn't recognizing. So and the whole, I wouldn't have this dish that we just described if I didn't get that broccoli, which is like we said, that's the dish I'm really craving right now.
I love that. It is very magical. And so the next time you go to the store, do check out the frozen section of greens, because if they have any frozen spinach or frozen kale there, I love to have that in my freezer when it's possible, because then whenever I'm in a jam of anything, I'm like, just put some frozen kale in it or put some frozen spinach in it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for your meal. I'd love to share with the Pantry Party viewers your after effects. So if you happen to make this tonight and you feel so inspired and inclined, do share it with me so that I can put it up for all to see.
Yes.
The magic that it was us together creating this dish.
I'm so excited. Look at you. You're Italian. We just like we did that Italian show together.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Gina, you are the perfect guest on that show. So See Chicago, a show about shopping, entertainment, and events. One of the episodes was all about Italy and Italian, and yeah. So of course you had to make a major appearance in that because you are,
You were doing the episode, and I was like, Dawn, you need some Italian. So
yeah.
I brought some.
Thank you. You did. I think you're just the best, G Money. I'm so excited about your meals. Thank you for naming Pantry Party.
Yes.
Thank you for naming it. Thank you for all that you do in my life. And would you like to tell all the Pantry Party viewers how to get a hold of you and anything else that you may want to add?
Yes, absolutely. So thank you for having me today, and all of you, thank you for being with us, for the wisdom that came through. Really, my intention was that you get some ideas for your kitchen, but also maybe get a few laughs while you were here. I think one of the themes that came through that I want to highlight, given, Dawn, that you and I are friends, besties, as you called us, you finally said it.
I did publicly. This is a public forum, people.
This is a time that we need our friends, and like the idea of like, oh, I named the show, like, but that's just because like we're friends and we know each other, we trust each other, so we contribute to each other. And this is such a time that we need that more than ever. The other thing I'll share, the messages I'm really spreading right now are that we have genius within us. This is a really interesting time that we're rethinking everything. And so I'm trying to help people through my social media channels to highlight, like, to understand what wants to come through them, to step into that, to use this as a reflective time, and also, some anti-anxiety ideas as well, because that's what's going on. So follow me. My social media here is at Gina, GinaMarotta.com. Oh, that's my website. But you can go there too. So website, Gina Marotta on Instagram, on social media and Facebook, I'm the Genius Guru. So you can find me there too.
Yeah, and I can't give her enough credit for, if anybody is out there or somebody who is really just feeling like they want to do something more, right? Like, they just feel like they're just not in the right place and they just have an yearning to be more of who they are. I mean, Genius Guru can help you tap in. All right, thanks for being a guest on Pantry Party. It was a pleasure to sneak into your pantry, fridge, and freezer.
So fun. Thank you.
Bye. I have fun making your 2 dishes.
Yes, I'll keep everyone posted on it.
Love it. Bye, G-Money.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. That was the second episode of Pantry Party. And couldn't have been better, right? Getting to meet my friend G-Money at Gina Marotta, because not only is she a Genius Guru, and she named the show, but we really came up with some fun ideas for her in her pantry. So she said that was like, she sold seashells by the seashore or whatever. She said that she wanted to use tuna and chickpeas. And so we came up with an idea of having her make chickpea cookie dough, which is a fun, healthy, vibrant way to satisfy a sweet tooth and a craving. Which, I'm having more cravings these days myself. And we did an Italian tuna pasta dish. I know, that horrible accent. Apologies all around. So hopefully I pressured her to share a picture with us so that we know that she actually made it, and we can all get inspired to make it ourselves when we see her glorious picture. So, all right, stay tuned tomorrow. We have at Isabel Smith Nutrition. And I will have send a link and all that kind of stuff about tomorrow, but it's, same day, same place, or different day, same time, or whatever you would say. Tomorrow, noon Central Time, Pantry Party, trying to help you make meals out of what you have in your kitchen. Until tomorrow, I want to send you big love and lots of high immunity vibes. Kisses.